tips, it's time to be a little with which one of you. What will you do? When the stakes are high, the border rise, it's no time to make a compromise. Turn to the river, shuffle to the bridge, never we find out just what it is.
Alright, I'm walking into the IP Casino, ready to play some 1-3 poker. Let's get it started. Alright, welcome to the first hand of the session. I have the Jack of Hearts, 9 of Diamonds. I am on the button, small blind, big blind. We all call 3 pre-flop. The flop comes Queen of Hearts, 9 of Hearts, 3 of Clubs. It all checks around. The turn comes the 10 of Diamonds. The small blind bets 15. The big blind folds. I start thinking about it. I feel like my 9 is probably okay in this spot, so I'll go ahead and make the call. The river comes the 5 of spades. Really doesn't change much. If he has a straight or a queen, he beats me, but I've got one of the blockers. He bets out 25. So I go ahead and make the call. He doesn't show. I turn over my hand, and I win this first hand. I go ahead and pull this in. At the very next hand we get into, I have Ace of Spades, 5 of Diamonds. There are 3 calls for $3 pre-flop. The flop comes 5 of Spades, 10 of Clubs, 7 of Spades. Under the gun bets 15. I go ahead and make the call. The button calls as well. The turn comes the King of Hearts. Under the gun bets 10. I go ahead and make the call. The button calls again. And we're off to the river, which is the 9 of Hearts. Under the gun bets 15. And I fold. Alright, the very next game we get into, I have the 10 of Hearts, the 9 of Hearts. Under the gun, 3 raises 15. The button calls, and I call as well. The flop comes Jack of Hearts, 9 of Diamonds, 6 of Diamonds. It checks around. When the turn comes to 8 of Clubs, I go ahead and bet out 30. I don't think anybody has a jack in this spot, or else they probably would have bet the flop since there are 2 diamonds on the flop. The initial raiser folds. The button takes a little bit of time and thinks. He goes ahead and he starts to flip over his cards, and it shows that he just had Ace-King. And I take down this pot and scoop the chips my way. Let's go. Alright, the very next hand we're dealt, we have the Ace of Spades, the Jack of Clubs. I'm in middle position, and I go ahead and make it 15. I get 5 calls pre-flop. The flop comes Jack of Spades, 3 of Diamonds, 6 of Clubs. I go ahead and pull out $45 to put into the middle. You have 4 people left. I've got 3 folds. I have the small blind who goes ahead and makes the call. So the turn comes. It is the 3 of Hearts. We both check. The river comes the 9 of Diamonds. The small blind checks. I go ahead and bet $50. As soon as I put the chips in the middle, he mucks. The pot is pushed our way. Another hand. That is 1. Let's freaking go. Hey guys, just doing a session update real quick. I'm up a little bit. Been playing for about an hour or so. Won most of the hands that I've been deeply involved with, except for the last one, which I don't have footage of. Had pocket queens. I pre-raise 25 for middle position. I get 3 callers. Flop comes Ace 9-9. Small blind bets 30. I call. The turn and river brick out. Checks all the way down. He has Ace 7 offsuit. Probably gonna play for another hour, possibly. A little bit up for the day, so hopefully I can keep that going. Alright, we are in the big blind with Ace of Hearts, Jack of Diamonds. Under the gun 2 bets 10 pre-flop. The flop comes 7-4 of clubs, 8 of spades. We check, the villain bets $15. We just go ahead and let this one go and live to fight another day. Alright, in this hand I have pocket deuces. There are 3 callers, pre-flop for $3. The flop comes 2 of hearts, 3 diamonds, 8 of clubs. I check, the big blind bets 15. The button and I both call. The turn comes the 7 of hearts. I check, the big blind bets 30. The button calls, but then I re-raise to 130. So both go into the tank for a little while. The big blind folds. The butt thinks a little bit longer. And then finally opts out to making the fold as well. I probably should have just sized down to $100, maybe able to entice them into it more. I think checking would have been a mistake, but we still take down that pot. For the last hand of the session, I have the 6 of clubs and 8 of clubs in middle position. The cutoff raises $15 pre-flop. There are 4 callers to the flop. The flop comes 7 diamonds, 9 of diamonds, 10 of spades. I flop the straight. Under the gun 2 goes ahead and raises $20. I then raise $65. I'm trying to put pressure on flush draws, 2 pairs, trips. Well, the cutoff goes ahead and he goes all in for $70, which isn't much left. The under the gun 2 is going to sit for a little bit and really think about it. And then finally decides to make the call, and I have to make the call for just $5 more. I can't re-raise in this spot. The turn comes the 6 of diamonds, which puts the flush out there. The under the gun 2, he checks. I go ahead and check back. The river is the queen of hearts. The under the gun 2 checks again. Makes me think he definitely doesn't have the flush. So I need to go ahead and extract as much value as I can by putting in a small bet, which I do for $40. That way, in case the person who went all in has the flush, I can recoup a little bit of money. Well, he goes ahead and calls because it is such a good price, and he turns over 7-9 offsuit, which is no good. The other guy just mucks his cards, and I take down the entire pot for the biggest win of the night. Alright, from here we are going to Salute's Italian restaurant in Gulfport, Mississippi to do our outro and our recap. Salute's has been around for 15 years, serving some of the best Italian food on the Gulf Coast. It's got one of the best views on the coast from the bar. You can see the beach because it is right off of 90. And when you come into Salute's, you should always start off with their signature drink called a Fantastic. From there, I had a nice cup of tomato basil soup. I then ordered their shrimp and grits, one of my favorite things to get there while I am there. You really have to come check this place out. Alright, you guys, not too bad of a session today. Only played for about 2 hours and ended up doubling up my starting stack. I would say most of the hands I was in either didn't get called or ended up getting called or getting maximum value. I had a few small pots, but most of it came from 2 hands where I had the pocket deuces and I flopped trips. I got pretty good value out of that. Probably could have gotten one more street of value by maybe just calling, but if the river comes, it could have ended up being bad news for me. The guy said he had 2 pair, so who knows. That one I felt okay about, but when I flopped the straight, the last hand, I pretty much got max value there. Especially the river bet where I kind of sized it down a little bit. Got an extra $40 that way. But yeah, really good first vlog, really good first session for the vlog. All right, you guys, leave a comment, and I'll try to respond to all of them, and definitely subscribe, and I will see you in the next vlog. Everyone take care now. Bye-bye.